Her Majesty blog, where we bring together the world of pageants with the sole aim of revolutionizing the standards of beauty and creating social change through women empowerment. My name is Wita Mkhelo, and I will be your host with the most for tonight. If it's your first time watching this show, welcome, welcome, welcome. On this particular series called It Is Within Her, we take a journey along the lives of phenomenal women that are doing great things in pageantry, from the founders, the directors, and the finalists themselves, to find out what it takes to be pioneering women. And if you are watching us now, do know that you are part of the road to Mrs. Universe South Africa 2023. We are having a series every single Tuesday where we are interviewing Mrs. Universe South Africa finalists, and we are about to have an amazing time. I hope that you guys are ready and excited to meet today's guest. She is a beautiful woman, and we can't wait to hear her story because, listen, we have been waiting for this opportunity, and we know just how excited you are for this interview. We do apologize for being a bit late. We're in SA, and technical difficulties and load shedding are a thing. But let me not chat too much and allow her into. Let's get this conversation started with her. There she is.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Fine, and you?
I am well. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us on our platform. You look stunning, by the way.
Thank you so much. You too.
Oh, wow. We are so excited and honored to have you here on our platform. And look, we couldn't wait for this hour, for this time to just really reach and have this chat with you.
Yes, the South Africa is killing us, like really, with this load shedding, so it's very terrible.
Like crippled end, like oh my goodness. But you know what? We still make time for the things that we love, like having this conversation right now, don't we?
Yes, for sure, for sure. That's why we
Indeed. And I want to start things off by breaking the ice a bit. I want to start things off light. I want to start things off by really just calming the air down so that we know what we are in the groove and in the mood for this interview by asking you, what is your favorite song to walk to in a pageant?
My favorite song to walk to in a pageant is the new Top Gun song. I don't know if you know it. It's about, I think Lady Gaga sings it, if I'm right. And I really love it. Yeah, so it's one of the best songs. I think it gives you that way to walk, the way to do it, the softness, the sexiness, everything that you need. Yes, that's
all right.
I love it.
So as you're just moving to it, you're in your groove and literally just speaks to the amazing and phenomenal woman in you.
Yeah, no, definitely. I love that song. It speaks so much love and passionate of a woman. So I think that's one of the nicest songs to know about. And if you walk, you feel live, you feel more seen. Even if there's no one in there, in the space where you're busy walking, you still just feel everyone is looking at me. The whole world is there.
Yeah, you're the only person that matters at that particular moment as you're walking.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely amazing. You know what? For those who do not know who is Petece Swart, please tell us more about yourself, what you do, and all that lovely stuff.
I'm Petece Swart, like you guys know. I am 31 years old. I live in a small town called Bethlehem in the Free State. We farm outside the town near Keystone. They call it, it's a very, very small town. I don't think there's anything going on there actually, but it's a lovely town also. We farm, my husband farms, we do cattle, sheep, and we plant maize, and we have our own accounting business. We are also started my own non-profit organization that is Protea Harmony, that does mental matters, enlightening women and boys to know what is it to be positive in life.
Right. Sounds like a lot. Like you sound like somebody who really wears a lot of hats and really just juggles it all. Because I'm listening farming. I'm like, okay, now I see the green fingers. Then I see you in your accounting element, corporate, this, that. Please take us through a day in your life. Like, what is it like?
Okay. I have 4 children, actually. I forgot to tell that. So
All
I have 3 in
right.
high school and 1 in primary school. So through the mornings, I work accounting. I don't do that much farming anymore like I used to, because when you have kids, you can't actually, you're more in town than at home. So we have a house in town where we stay in Bethlehem. So through
Mm-hmm.
the mornings, I work with my husband and I do my non-profit organizations and I do what the pageantry requests from me to do on my social platform and they're on with the non-profits. And I have then a daughter that dances a lot. So it, it takes a lot of our time. So she dances most of the day. I have 3 boys that are also very busy. So yeah, in the afternoons, yeah, about 12 o'clock, I stop working. Then it's my children's time. So then it's going home, getting them, feeding them, and coming home about 7 o'clock. You stop in the evening. So that's my multiple day life. So I do my most of my stuff in the car then if I have to do something.
Time management must be a big thing for somebody who's wearing your shoes. You know, I'm listening to you and I'm like, do you have a PA or do you have a diary? How do you really manage carrying out such full days with all your activities that you have to do as a mom and also being present for your kids as well?
Oh, well, I'm a freak, really a freak. My kids know that I'm a freak because I have to plan a week. So Sunday afternoon here by 2 o'clock, my head goes around already. Okay, this has to be done this week. This has to be done. I have to go there. I have to do that. So if it's not on the calendar, it gets us confused. So my kids already, they're old enough. They know what's their day by day. So mathematics, extra classes, everything. So it just gets put on, and then we know, okay, in the morning I'll try to do most of my own stuff, and then in the afternoons, my kids. Weekends, it depends. It's most of the time I'm on the road. The other time my husband's on the road. So we split up a lot. So our marriage is very we have to be open in the weekends, and when we with each other, we give each other a lot of attention as most as we can, because it is a lot. One dances and one plays rugby. The other two, they are in the air, but they don't do that much as the two of the middle one and the oldest one. So it is difficult, but it's not actually difficult because there's so much time that you don't do anything that you can do that.
Oh, wow. Wow, that sounds so amazing. And I'm really glad that you're juggling all that you have to do and managing all the hats that you're wearing so, so well. And that your kids are more responsible, you know, that at that age they understand that if you don't tell money ahead of time that, look, she's not budging into this one.
Yes,
So do you
definitely. No,
have
I enjoy
any,
the moment.
sorry?
I say I'm enjoying every moment of it.
Exactly. So, so amazing. And then I wanted to ask, do you have any hidden talents? Like, do you have anything up your sleeve that we'll know about?
Hidden talents. I don't say it's hidden. I don't think it's maybe a talent. I'm a positive person, really. No one can get me behind or get me negative or anything. I
Mm,
think my biggest talent is being creative. So if you're a mom, you have to be creative. And since I was little, I would always like to play with cars and everything. You would imagine I would like to build houses, and so I like to be creative. That's the most important thing of a life, is being creative, because if you're not creative, you're not going to see an open space in life. So you're not going to make a door open and try stuff. You're going to always be the one that's being the safe side. I'll have to do the safe side.
all right. Sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. Look, being creative is definitely a talent because not everybody can be creative and not everybody is born with it. So look, it definitely is something that you stand out for. And on that note of your creativity, I really just wanted to know why, out of all things in the world that you could have chosen to really raise your voice, why did you choose pageantry?
I don't think there's maybe a lot of ways to raise your voice,
Mm-hmm.
but pageantry is just one of those places where you can be yourself. Remember when you're a mommy and a wife, you actually you're concentrating only on one thing in life, and it's your
Yes.
children and your husband, where you're not concentrating on yourself. So for me, it was
Mm.
really like telling people, listen, yeah, I can concentrate on myself, I can concentrate on my family and my husband and my workspace and still make everything whole. So I think for me, doing pageantry is not just raising my voice, but letting people know there is other ways also to be yourself. You don't have to be someone that you don't have want to be.
Oh, absolutely amazing. I saw a comment just now that I want to read from. I think I hope I pronounced this correctly. It's Schmidt Ma at 8, and she's saying, or he's saying, that she paints beautiful. So this is where the creativity also comes into play. Love to see it.
I haven't picked a paintbrush up the fourth horse, so I broke both my arms. I haven't picked a paintbrush up yet from that day. So yeah.
So I want to get back to the reason that we have you here on our platform, that we are so excited to have you on our platform, which is the pageantry itself. Congratulations for making it as a finalist for Mrs. South Africa, for Mrs. Universe South Africa 2023. Oh my goodness. I feel like just, doing a pop, 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 and just making a whole lot of noise, because look, that is such a huge achievement. And I want you to share with us, how has your journey been so far?
It has been very nice. I would say my first day when I went to semis, when I got the email, I was like, I'm going to do this. And when you get back from that first workshop is now, how are you going to do this? What you going to do now? So it's
Mm,
struggle to sink in to how you're going to work, how you're going to do what do they want from you? What do you want from yourself? What are you going to do afterwards? So it was really difficult
mm,
for me to understand myself on that stage, because you think you know yourself, but you don't. You actually forget
mm,
about yourself. So yeah, I enjoyed it so much when I started with a non-profit, and I said, no, I want to do the non-profit. I want to help kids that don't have money to go to matric farewell. I want to help people that are negative. I want to help people that has mentally illnesses, that struggle with them to be positive about it. That is what I want to do. So then I got my why.
mm,
Why am I doing this? And then it started to become fun. I got all the money that I had to. I enjoyed every moment of it. When we got to finals, it was stressful. It's normal to be stressed. I was really stressed the day before, because I was like, oh my soul, what am I doing now? Am I going to do this? I'm dyslexic. So for me to go into in an interview, it's like, what am I doing? Can I do this? Am I really someone that has it? So for me to know how to talk to people, it's easier. So actually, I enjoyed it. It was like fun. It's the most fun of everything. I think it's more fun to do interviews than walking. So I can do that like every day. I was like, no, it's for me. I will do that. It's fine.
mm.
I can do that for a living. So yeah, it is very nice for me to do the pageantry and to meet people. For me, that's staying far. Everyone is like, no, you stay in a small town, you're going to get the money like this, you're going to know people a lot.
Yeah.
But for us, what's staying in a small town, it's not like in Joburg, in Gauteng. You get invited to a lot of stuff. So you have to wiggle yourself in here where small stuff is, or you're going to have to drive. And that's what I do. I drive. So I drive to my
Yes.
non-profit organizations. I do what I can, where I can. Doesn't matter where it is. If they need me, I will climb in my car and I will drive. So I enjoy it so much because I have my why, and that makes it all better.
Ah, it sounds like you have that intact, and you know what, having a solid why is something that keeps you going with your journey. So it really sounds like you have figured out as to why he's doing this. And quite funny, you are the opposite of most people in pageantry, you know. Other people would say that interviews literally terrify them as opposed to walking. People would rather walk than be in an interview and be questioned about, you know what, all these things. So wow, that is really, really amazing and so admirable about you.
Thank you.
So now I want to ask you a question, and I want you to answer this as honestly as possible, and I want you to already see the crown on your head. Maybe they haven't told you, but we tend to interview only winners on our platform. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I want you to tell us why you should be crowned Mrs. Universe South Africa.
Okay. I have taught this to myself, and I have spoken to myself many times to try to see why must I become Mrs. South Africa. No one can answer me that except me. But why I see I want to become Mrs. South Africa is Mrs. Universe. Oh my soul goodness, I'm confused today.
You can do it, Ella. You can take all these crowns, all these sashes, grab them all. Look,
all of them. Thank you. I want them all. I want them all. That's what I want.
Look, get them all, please.
Miss Universe is so big platform for domestic violence in the world, not just South Africa. They have so big heart of spreading domestic violence, and what domestic violence stands for, it stands for me as mental matters. So for me to win this crown, I really want to go and out there and tell people how mental matters, how I see it, and how I can make the platform more bigger, and how can I help people with mental matters to not be domestic violence. Because if you're domestic violence, you get depression, you get bipolar, you get all illnesses that help that you were domestic violence. Or you were domestic violence and you saw it in your childhood where your mother and your father did it, or your friends does it at school. So for me, I want to win the crown to make a difference in South Africa and internationally, to go show that I am that person that wants to bring mental matters and domestic violence over the world, to say, listen here, there is a solution for the ladies to know how to stand up for themselves and say, this is enough.
Yeah, that is so, so powerful. And it seems like your advocacy has to do with mental health, is it?
Yes, definitely.
Please tell us more about that.
Okay. So mental health is really, it's a lot of illnesses, and people don't see the illnesses actually in each and every one. So people don't want to talk about it. But next to you have your best friend that is struggling maybe with having a child, and now she's going into depression, and it's an illness. So later on she's going to go and she doesn't worry anymore about her body. She doesn't care that what people say. I think for people to know what mental matters mean, for me it is, I'm dyslexic. I'm not dumb. I can still do stuff. So for me, I need my platform at my back, my people that loves me. I really need to let them stand for me up. So mental matters is literally there for people to listen and to know, listen here, I have this illness. How can you help me? No one wants to. There's so much. Cancer is an illness. It's a very, you get different illnesses. Where does cancer come from? It comes from stress. So your immune system is broken down because you stress too much. And then you get it, and then you have to get fixed. You have to fix it, but sometimes it doesn't get fixed. But if you have a support system, even if it doesn't get fixed, mental matters will always be there to help you. Even if it's the stupidest illness, even if it's COVID, because it gets you into stress. Everyone's stressed up. You know, when it was COVID, it was like, everyone is like, no, don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Just close my doors. And it's like, how many people broke down from that? So
true.
That's why my platform is there, is for people to stand up and say, I'm not alone. I have people that's going to help me.
Ah, that is so, so amazing. And you really sound like somebody who's a warrior and a survivor more than anything, you know. I find that mostly when people speak of, you know, what thing that they're struggling with, it's often said that I think I often find that with people with disabilities, you know, it's said to you say it like somebody living with and not somebody with that particular condition because it doesn't define them in any way, you know. And you speak
Yeah,
of how you are really just an overcomer and somebody who's, you know what, dyslexic, but is really conquering it every single day and every passing day, just going above and beyond your condition. That is something that is so admirable. Where do you get that, 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 that strength, really? Where do you get that inspiration every single day to really saying, I'm bigger than really what I am going through at the moment?
okay, so I have a daughter. She is turning next week 14, and she's
Mm-hmm.
HDH. And I have a son that's 9 years old, and he's autistic. So for me,
Mm,
for the dyslexia was nothing ever till last year when we
yeah.
diagnosed him with this stuff and this illnesses, and I was like, okay, what now? How now? And I I was like, how do you help kids that are in that situation? I
So true.
knew my little boy was a long time already autistic, but you can't see it like you will see. You have different levels of autistic, so you will different levels. I
Mm,
know our one of my pageant sisters also she has a also has an autistic kid, so hers is just otherwise than mine. I can't put them together, but I can make them to see how strong I am to know they don't have to go down. So for
ah,
me, to be a positive person every day, it's like I'm doing it not just for those two kids, for the other two also,
mm,
for all the kids in the world to see. But listen here, I'm standing up. I can do it. They can do it. So never to think, well, but I'm not different. You're not different. You, your own person, your own personality. So that is why started to do that. I was never like that. Never, never. I was always angry with myself. I didn't know how to work with it, how to go around with it, but I did. And that everyone has its day to change the world, and I'm starting to.
ah, powerful, powerful, powerful. And we celebrate women like yourself that are really just being a source of inspiration by showing up and by rising up and really just saying they're being present within the full versions of themselves with each and every single passing day. So for everybody that's watching on this platform, I want to know how do they get to follow your journey going forward for Mrs. Universe South Africa?
Okay, well, on Instagram, I am at Petece Swart. Um, and on my Facebook, I'm Petece Swart, Miss Universe South Africa finalist. And you can WhatsApp me anytime on 072-605-7561 if you have any need for help or backup or anything. I would help anytime.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely amazing. I hope everybody's listening and will head over to the pages and really just get in contact with her. And we want to know currently, are there any development projects that you are involved in?
Um, so I had an operation last week, so I'm actually a little bit out of it, so I can't drive. But
All
yes, I
right.
do Morgan's House in Joburg, where the kids with kidney failure with dialysis, they
All
get
right.
dialysis. I drive like I try to go once a month to them because I am far. Then I have Charlotte Theron's house that I do if I have stationery or people bring me old stuff, I would take to them. And yeah, otherwise I just try to make my mental matters very high. And then we are starting with matric farewell now. You guys know a lady has to look pretty beautiful on the last day of school. So
Mm.
yeah, we are going to start with that now in term two, where we're gonna choose kids. The principal is choosing the kids, two kids out of a certain amount of schools that we can help, and we're
All
gonna give
right.
them all the beauty and everything they need for that day. So they have already a platform of people that helping us with that. So yeah, that is the big project that we have ahead of us now.
Oh my God. You're doing such amazing work, and it's the fact that you really go above and beyond your call of duty by stretching yourself and really just not limiting yourself to your immediate community. That's something that is so commendable, and that we really wish you all the best with your projects going forward. So I want to take you back in time, right? I really want you to speak to somebody that is in grade 11. I want you to speak to Patrice specifically. You know, they say sometimes that we become the people that we wanted to be when we were children, you know. So I want you to give advice to grade 11-year-old Petece Swart. What would you say to her?
Well, I don't want to be her, that's for sure. But I won't take it back. Don't take it wrong. I won't take it back. I think I would just tell her never to give up, because to have a matric you can do it. Doesn't matter what people say, and never let people bully you. Never let people say bad things about you. So stand up and be that person that you now. That is for sure. Be that person that you want to be.
Oh, that is so, so powerful. And I'm sure 17-year-old Patrice is so proud of you, looking at you now, 31-year-old Patrice. Like, oh my gosh, how did we get here so fast? And how did we become this confident and really just survivor woman that is standing up for herself? That is really, really so, so, so amazing.
Definitely. Oh no. I would say I think it's a lot of big changes. I couldn't do it alone without my family, but yeah, I think I made it to where I want to be now.
Oh, that is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to hear. And I'm going to ask you as a last question, a parting question, our signature questions. And I'm sure if you have seen our platform or if watched one of our lives, you're already familiar with this question. But I want you to answer me like you've never heard it before and really just be honest and straight from the heart about it. The question is, what does beauty mean to you?
Okay. Beauty means to me a lot of things. You don't have to have, these days, I don't have to have makeup on if I don't want to, because I have to feel beautiful for myself also.
Yeah.
And if you feel beautiful for yourself, that glow that you get, it's the most amazing. It's like you have makeup on. But when you go out, you put something on, you put a nice dress on, you feel more sexy. So beauty, if your husband tells you, where are you going now? Then you know you're right. You can go. You're very sexy now. That's for sure. So, yeah, there's never nothing about it's how you wear your clothes that makes you the beauty of yourself. Don't wear clothes that you don't feel comfortable in. So I would say wear your clothes, don't let the clothes wear you.
Oh, love, 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 love that. Wonderful code. Oh my goodness. You are such a breath of fresh air to have on our platform. And we're really honored to have you here. Oh, we wish you all the best with your journey going forward. We wish you all the best with your organizations. We wish you all your best with being a mom and really just being somebody that's present within her family and wearing all these hats and excelling at them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so, so much for pouring us your time and really just making the time for this interview. We appreciate you and we really just wish you all the best. Have a pleasant evening. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Can just click on the cross there at the top to exit the interview. Thank you. All right, all right, all right. Getting into our announcement. All right, guys. I hope you had an amazing, amazing day and you really, really just had the wonderful chat that we had with Petece Swart. Oh, thank you, Petece, for saying good luck to her. I'm sure she'll see this when she's watching the live. Our announcement for today, if you know of somebody who is a service provider for pageantry, guys, it can be a photographer, it can be somebody who is a designer, a sash manufacturer. You can now advertise your product or service with us, and you can do that simply by dropping us an email at Her Majesty Organization at gmail.com, or alternatively WhatsApp us, and our number is 073 117 7477. I'll repeat the number again for you. It's 073 117 7477. And then, drum roll please. are about to announce our winner, guys. I'm sure you are as excited as I am to find out who is the winner for interview of the month for the month of March. I actually want to type it out here. Or rather, wait. Let me say it instead. Because my bet is that she is probably here with us. And the winner is... Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Let me just add her quickly. There you go. Our winner is Queen of the North Junior Team 2022 TDC Mpejo. Congratulations. You got highest growth across all our social media platforms. We would like to congratulate you and say, look, you did the most, and congratulations to you, Queen. Thank you so much for honoring our interview and for giving us such an amazing interview. You stand a chance to win Interview of the Year at the end of the year for our Her Majesty Awards. Goodness, it has been such a pleasure being with you guys tonight. Do have yourself a pleasant evening from me, Vita Mahela, and the team. That is good night and God bless. Bye.